Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down, still ballin' money.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's the rookie from Alabama, Will Reichard, ready to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's McCarthy. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. To the air with McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 10 more there and another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
And this throw will be intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 28. It's a gain of 34. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 47 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the... They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On third down, Barkley. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
They're on the 34-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. McCarthy off the play fake. He lets one go deep for Addison. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll go to Barkley again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and this will stay a 12-point game. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was
Hey, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That phone for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion. They're straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. Then pay out the payout. I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers. The Bay watch the women. I gon' meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
It's Pacheco on third. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Chiefs lining up to take a shot at 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for 2. On the move, headed right. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. And the Eagles get to it.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Starting at the 10. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate.
Yep.
This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Hey! Great, set.
They go to Barkley again. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Working the sideline, that's Goddard. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Back to throw, Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Running right, it's Barkley. Into the secondary past the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for another Eagle.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On second down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've been moving it well, but face a third down here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 now. Forced out to his right. Completes this one to Rice. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Chiefs looking to add to their advantage. Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2.
Yellow.
Mahomes. That's completed right side. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They're out and set, first and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
It leads to second and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So they're left facing third and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that brings up fourth and long.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Hurts throwing again. Oh, the back's got it downfield. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throwing for Hurts. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's on the move. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And he's chased out of bounds behind the line. That's going to go down as a sack for the defense.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Fire down these two.
Looking to throw Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
First down, Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes now. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio. He moody, yo. Type of brother that with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress.
Well, they don't call him the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 24-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Cut by Deebo Samuel. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Josh Sweat making the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Running back sent in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, Britton Covey. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. That's caught by A.J. Brown. Down the left sideline he goes. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Pearsall there to grab it. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So that brings them to 3rd down. Now it's Purdy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles are going to take over after the interception.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Slot man motioned over. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? 19 Lion. Dragon 60. Hup.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Running back sent in motion. First down throw by Purdy. On the move, headed right. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check smash, check smash. Ready?
It's a design boot. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready? 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hey, smash. Hut, hut.
Design bootleg here. He's loaded another one up. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Reed Blankenship. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Fred Warner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's contained at the line for no gain. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Eagles with the football. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Saquon. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Hey, 73.
Here's Barkley. And he's only able to drive this down to about the 45. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down. On 4th down, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. And the 49ers see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They kick the running back in motion. Purdy on first down. He's trying another one deep. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Set.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's going to be bundled up after taking it down to the 43. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Set.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's complete, here's Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Shut up. Go.
He'll throw it. Finding Pearsall. Jukes one defender, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Out to kick it away, here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Working quickly here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
A give to Barkley. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve third down and 4. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there, it's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, and they go right back to him. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. Nick Bosa makes the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Now Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and just 2 to go. They run it with Saquon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. To the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
That excitement brings us to the end of the
quarter.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They go to Barkley again. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Running is Barkley. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. They go with Barkley here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Eagles up by 6. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
63. Great, set.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he gets this forward to the 19. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.